Hello class, in this video I'm going to teach you the subtopic Strength of Acids and Alkalis, kekuatan asid dan juga alkali. So in this lesson you will be able to define strong acid, weak acid, strong alkali and weak alkali. Ada asid yang kuat, ada asid lemah, ada alkali kuat dan alkali yang lemah. And also you will be able to explain the strength, kekuatan of acid and alkali based on its degree of dissociation in water. Degree of dissociation maksudnya darjah penceraian. Berapa darjah penceraian? Kalau asid itu kuat, maka darjah penceraian dalam air tinggi. Kalau asid lemah atau alkali lemah, maka darjah penceraian ataupun darjah pengayonan mereka dalam air pun rendah. So you will be able to explain the strength based on the degree of dissociation. Okay, let us look at your textbook here. This one, subtopic 6.3, strength of acids and alkali. We are still in chapter 6, acid, base, and also salt. This is in page 149, your textbook. Let's observe the figure 6.12 here. What is meant by strong acid and weak acid? Look at the picture over here. The teacher is asking, can you tell the similarities or the differences between these two acids? Apa perbezaan ataupun apa persamaan atau perbezaan antara dua jenis asid ini? Look at the picture over here. This reagent is showing that it has ethanoic acid in it. Ethanoic acid. This one is hydrochloric acid. And then what the student said, teacher, both acids are monoprotic. And then this one say, hydrogen ions are produced when acid is dissolved in water. And the girl said, HCl is a strong acid, CH3COOH is a weak acid. So actually all of the answers given from the students are correct. Betul lah semua jawapan, and so far you know that kedua-dua asid ini adalah acid monoprotic. So how do you know? Macam mana tahu bahawa ini dua adalah acid monoprotic? Is because of the dissociation, penceraian. Let me do the equation here. When HCl dissolve in water, it is going to dissociate, akan bercerai menjadi H plus and also Cl minus. So look at the H plus ion here, the hydrogen ion. Ada satu saja hydrogen ion. So kalau ada satu sahaja ion hydrogen, we say that this acid adalah monoprotic. Mono, sebab dia satu ion hydrogen. Look at this CH3COOH. This is ethanoic acid. Okay, sama juga if we do the equation CH3COOH like this, you will have CH3COO minus ethanoate ion and also hydrogen ion. Jadi, based on this equation, you see that the hydrogen only satu saja. So, ada satu ion hydrogen, maka kita katakan asid ini adalah asid jenis monoprotic. You still remember what is diprotic, right? Diprotic is the acid that dissociate and then it forms two hydrogen ion. Contoh H2SO4. This one will dissociate to become H plus and also sulfate ions. Alright? But look at the H here. There are two hydrogen here. So what should you do is you should make it balance. Two hydrogen ion also on the right hand side. So as you can see here, there are two hydrogen ions produced. When there are two hydrogen ions produced, itu adalah diprotic acid. Okay, I would like to discuss one more, H2CO3. This is called carbonic acid. So how to do the dissociation equation is like this. It is going to dissociate to become H plus and also carbonate ion. Okay, so many of you thought that, ingat, sangkakan bahawa ini adalah diprotic. Sebenarnya ini bukan, ini adalah monoprotic. Asalkan asid, dia akan mencerai menjadi hydrogen ion dan juga anion. Anion tu kawan dia lah yang sebelah. So ini dua actually comes from the charge for the carbonate. That's why this one is called carbonic acid. Carbonic acid. Jadi carbonic acid ni, let us look at the equation here, it is going to become 2. Okay, so yeah, this one is diprotic acid. Alright, so let us look at the topic that we are going to learn now. It's about strong acid and also weak acid. Ada dua jenis acid, acid yang kuat dan juga acid yang lemah. So in this lesson, you will be able to define strong, weak, acid and alkali. The strength of acid depends on the degree of dissociation or ionization of the acid in water. Bergantung kepada darjah penceraian asid di dalam air. Penceraian atau pengayonan. Apa itu penceraian? Apa itu pengayonan? Yang inilah HCl. Bila dia bercerai, dia jadi H plus dengan Cl minus. So inilah darjah penceraian dia. Okay. A strong acid itu apa? Is an acid that ionizes completely in water to produce a high concentration of hydrogen ion atau H plus. Strong acid, keyword dia adalah ionizes completely, lengkap dalam air. Hydrochloric acid is a strong acid because all molecules of hydrogen chloride HCl that dissolve in water are ionized completely. Okay, how do you know that there is itu persamaan menunjukkan dia mengayon sepenuhnya ataupun tidak adalah daripada anak panah. Look at this arrow over here. This is one-way arrow. Okay, there's one more arrow that you need to understand is this one, reversible arrow. Okay, ini anak panah berbalik. If you see this type of arrow, ini menunjukkan itu adalah weak acid. Tapi for strong acid, usually memang anak panah satu arah yang digunakan. Maksudnya, no molecules of HCl exist in this solution. Once dia sudah dilarutkan dalam air, semua hydrogen ion akan terhasil daripada HCl. Okay, and then Cl minus akan terhasil daripada HCl as well. Tidak ada lagi yang akan berbalik menjadi HCl. Tidak ada. No more molecule of hydrogen chloride will exist. Tiada sudah. Tapi kalau weak acid, it's like this. This is weak acid, right? This is ethanoic acid ataupun cuka, vinegar. So when it dissociate, dia akan membentuk H plus dengan CH3COOH, iaitu ethanoic ion. Tapi memandangkan dia adalah asid yang lemah, look at the arrow over here. Berbalik bani, maksudnya this and this can combine and form the acid balik, molekul dia. Okay, boleh faham di sana, you need to understand apa maksud itu arrow. Satu arah dengan yang berbalik. Satu arah maksudnya asid itu kuatlah. Kalau dua maksudnya dia berbalik, dia boleh balik lagi membentuk molekul asid itu. So kalau asid kuat, one way only, no turning back. Look at the figure 6.13 here. This shows the complete ionization of hydrogen chloride. Okay, tengok ni Nina. This is a beaker yang ada water inside. So ada hydrogen chloride gas yang disalurkan, okay, masuk ke dalam. So hydrogen chloride molecule are going to combine with the water, and then it's going to be hydrogen ion and also chloride ion. So once dia sudah jadi hydrogen ion and chloride ion, dia tidak akan balik lagi tu jadi hydrogen chloride gas. Tidak akan sudah. Okay, dia akan terus terurai sepenuhnya menjadi H plus and Cl minus. So that is what I meant by ionize completely. Hanya asid yang kuat saja can ionize completely, sepenuhnya. Tidak boleh balik sudah. Okay, I hope you understand. Next, we go to weak acid. Weak acid is an acid that ionizes partially. Partially in bahasa Melayu adalah separuh. Okay, yang akan mengayon atau separah. Okay, we don't say it's separuh. That one is our language, bahasa di rumah. Tapi untuk chemistry, we say that dia mengayon separah. Mengayon separah. Separuh lah tu. Okay. A weak acid is an acid that ionizes partially in water to produce low concentration of hydrogen ions. Ada hydrogen ion, tapi dia punya concentration, dia punya kepekatan rendah. Rendahlah. Ethanoic acid adalah contoh weak acid because the molecules of ethanoic acid ionize partially in water. Separah saja dia akan mengion. The degree of dissociation of ethanoic acid molecule is 1.54% saja. In other words, daripada 100 molecules of ethanoic acid, only 1 molecule of ethanoic acid ionizes to hydrogen ion and also ethanoic ion. The rest still exist as molecules of ethanoic acid. I hope you understand that. Kalau kita ada 100 molekul masuk di dalam air, satu saja yang akan mengion begini. The rest of it is going to maintain as molecule of ethanoic acid. Jadi kita boleh nampak di sana hydrogen ion dia rendah. Low concentration of hydrogen ion. Satu-satu asid itu dia adalah kuat ataupun lemah bergantung kepada kepekatan hydrogen ion. Okay? We define the acid as weak acid or strong acid depends on the concentration. Is it high concentration or is it low concentration? So for ethanoic acid, I hope you understand why is it considered as a weak acid. It's because of the low concentration of hydrogen ion. Look at the figure 6.14 here. Partial ionization of ethanoic acid. Now, this is glacial ethanoic acid. Glacial ethanoic acid, when we added, glacial maksudnya dia macam, you know what is glacial kan? Macam beku, okay? Beku, ice. Now, when we add water in glacial ethanoic acid, what is it going to become is, the ethanoic acid is going to dissociate, akan mengion, menjadi hydrogen ion dan juga ethanoate ion, CH3COO-. Tapi ingat, dalam 100 molekul, hanya satu saja yang mengion. The rest are going to still maintain as this one, ethanoic acid molecule. That is why it is considered as weak acid. Okay, look at this girl over here. What is she telling? The reversible arrow, as I have told you just now, anak panah berbalik ataupun reversible arrow shows that ethanoic acid molecule can form hydrogen ions and ethanoate ions. These ions can also combine again, boleh bergabung semula to form the acid molecules. That is why ada reversible arrow, sebab dia lemah. Okay, lemah kenapa? Sebab dia ada kepekatan ion hydrogen yang rendah. Okay, let us talk about strong alkalis and weak alkalis now. Alkalis also consists of strong alkalis and weak alkalis. Juga dikategorikan sebagai alkali yang kuat atau lemah depending on their degree of this ionization in water. Okay, mari kita tengok sama jugalah. Strong alkali. A strong alkali is an alkali that ionizes completely. Look at the arrow here. It's a one-way arrow. To produce apa? To produce a high concentration of hydroxide ion. So we are now talking about alkalis. So you need to know that kalau alkali, ceritanya watak utamanya adalah OH minus, which is the hydroxide ion. Kalau dalam acid, dia punya watak utama adalah H plus ion. So sodium hydroxide is a strong alkali that undergoes complete dissociation. Complete. Pengionan yang lengkap. Penceraian yang lengkap apabila dilarutkan di dalam air. Only sodium ions, Na+, and hydroxide ions, OH- are present in the solution. Okay? Look at this. Figure 6.15 here. Complete ionization of sodium hydroxide solution. This is sodium hydroxide. So as you can see here, only Na+ and OH- yang hadir di dalam bila dia dilarutkan di dalam air. Okay? Jadi, look at the literacy tips over here. Dissociation is also known as ionization. Penceraian juga dikenali sebagai pengionan. So, you can use the two words lah. You can use sodium hydroxide dissociate completely ataupun sodium hydroxide ionizes completely to form sodium ions and hydroxide ion. Begitu. That is why sodium hydroxide is known as strong alkali. Sebab dia complete. One way saja. No turning back. So, apa itu weak alkalis? A weak alkali is an alkali that ionizes partially in water. hanya mengion separa. Remember, partially maksudnya separa. To produce a low concentration of hydroxide ion. Sebab dia separa, jadi ada low concentration of hydroxide ion. Bila low concentration, maka kita kenali itu sebagai alkali yang lemah. So ammonia solution NH3 is a weak alkali because ammonia molecules ionize partially in water. Dia hanya mengion separa saja dalam air. You remember the equation for ammonia, we need to include the water inside. But for the rest of it, tidak payah. Only the ammonia saja yang special. The degree of dissociation of ammonia is 1.3% saja. So in other words, from 100 molecules of ammonia, only satu saja molecule of ammonia will receive hydrogen ions from water molecule. So only a small number of hydroxide ion is present in the solution. Look at the equation over here. It's very clear. It's showing you a clear dissociation reaction here. NH3 is the ammonia weak alkali. We need to add water, right? Okay. So what happened is it is going to become ammonium ion. Okay. This is called ammonium. And also OH minus. OH minus is our main character here lah. The main character for alkali. Tapi sikit saja. Satu saja molekul of ammonia yang mengion separa dan menghasilkan OH minus. So we consider this one as weak alkali. Okay, look at the figure 6.16 here. Partial deionization of ammonia solution. So this is ammonia gas masuk di dalam air. Ammonia molecule look like this. NH3 ada satu N, ada 3 H. Okay, so when we zoom it, you're going to see the ammonia molecule still ada. And then you will see that ada juga ammonium ion dan ada juga hydroxide ion. Tapi berapa? You see, satu saja. Because the degree of dissociation adalah 1.3%. Sikit saja hydroxide ion. Tidak macam, not like the sodium hydroxide. Yang ini banyak. NaOH, dia akan terus mengion to form Na plus and OH minus. So it's strong lah. It's strong. Ini tidak. It's low. The degree of dissociation rendah. So the concentration of hydroxide ion rendah. Low concentration means weak alkali. So I hope the explanation is very clear for you there. You can watch the simulation on acid and alkali in your textbook by scanning the QR code here. And please do the exercise, this one. Test yourself 6.3 in page 151.